Hi, folks. Most of us prefer to get our workout done earlier in the day. And that's a great discipline, so to make certain you will get it done. However, what happens the rest of the day is also important. I want you to listen to this clip from the Harvard Medical Newsletter. It says, studies confirmed again that moderate to vigorous physical activity for at least 150 minutes per week does improve your health, particularly your heart health. But the study also was able to show that among those people who got the recommended amount of moderate to vigorous physical activity, those who were the most sedentary the rest of the time had a greater risk of developing heart failure and dying from heart disease when compared to those who were less sedentary. What does this mean? It means that later in the day, we should also try to be mobile, like with a walk or gardening or even household chores, so that you're continuing to move. However, several of you subscribers in our recent survey had a great suggestion. Since we all enjoy our favorite TV programs or catching up on the computer, suggestions were made for why don't we have a few exercises we could do during the TV commercials or just a break from the computer. So that's what we're going to work on today. We are going to do a couple of sets of routines, and you can choose what works good for you. What I want to do is to start off very simple because not everybody's going to want to have the computer with them in front of the TV or scroll to another section of their computer when they're in the middle of something. So I want you to memorize SAC, SAC. And this is going to help you to remember 3 moves, very simple, you can do during your break. S is going to be for squat, A is going to be for arms, and C is going to be for core. And we're just going to start very simple because it doesn't take much. We want to just be moving. So the S is just squats. I want you might be behind the coffee table or push back from your computer table. All we're going to do is simply stand and sit softly and controlled, and stand and sit softly. We don't want to plop down. And what I want you to do is to work up to a minimum of 10. And remember that that's the S portion, the squatting. And why? Many of you know that strengthens your quads, which helps protect your knees as well. We've got to have those strong quads to get up from our chair, to rise from the toilet, to get out of the car, and also to climb stairs. And you can do as many as you'd like, but not to the point of pain. So there's the S. The A is going to be for arms, which is going to be so simple, so you can remember that. Make 2 fists, and I want you to put them behind you, just about even with your glutes. And all you're going to do is just push down into your couch or chair. And this is going to strengthen your arms. You can lift up just a little. It's going to strengthen your shoulders, strengthen your wrists, get the blood flowing in your upper body. You're going to hold it about 3 seconds. That upper body strength can rapidly disappear as we age. So again, aim for 10 of these. Next, we're going to simply work on the core. So important. When we sit a lot, we tend to slump and relax. But we want to remain pulled up, and that's why I wanted the C to be the core. We're going to simply make 2 goalposts, and you've all done this. We're just going to go opposite elbow to the knee, right? Get a little twist in there. Warm it up a little bit. If you can, maybe add a little crunch. By that I mean squeeze an orange with your belly. Great. And again, perhaps about 10 sets of this. I feel it in my back. I feel it in my abs. I'm moving my hips, getting some workout done. And again, you can do as many as works for you. Great. Now let's move on to the second set. The second set is once you've got SAC memorized. I want you to be able to do it from memory so you don't have to go and get your computer or, as I said earlier, fish through the computer to find where those exercises are. So we're going to start back with that squat, the S in SAC. And we're going to do 4 just as we did before. Now remember, if you have trouble getting up, you can push up out of that. But after you've done 4 or 5, we're going to change it up a little bit to challenge ourselves. What we're going to do is we're going to come all the way up and then just go halfway down and come all the way up. And we're going to slow it down a little bit, halfway down and up. And then we're going to progress to go closer and closer to that chair and up, but without sitting. That'll really give those quads some good muscles. And up. Again, a minimum of 10, or you can add into it. Let's do one more. Great. And sit without plopping. Now the arms, we were doing the pushes into the couch. So let's do 4 that way, because SAC be squats, arms. But now we're going to move a little forward and lift up our glutes. Lift those buns right up from the chair if you can. Again, if you're feeling pain in your shoulders or arms or wrists, just go back to pushing into the couch and lift up. And again, about 10 of them. And let's do this as our last one. The C, back to the core. We're going to start back up as we were and crunch across. And let's do 4 sets like this because you've memorized them. But now we're going to open our hands and see if we can bring this across our leg further than just touching our knee. And that's so great to increase a little bit of flexibility and work just a little harder. Give me 2 more sets. Ooh, work in the back, work in the shoulders. Great. Now you can repeat it from the beginning if the commercials are still running, because we all know how long those can be. The last set is going to be with our weights. A great practice is to have your weights near your computer or on your coffee table where you're watching TV. That way they're handy where you can find them quickly should you decide to do a few exercises. So get your weights, and we're going to start very simple. We're just going to do some simple biceps up and down. On this set of exercises, I want you to think upper body, lower body. And that'll make it easy because basically many times we just start with simple bicep curls. Doing a few of those is better than doing nothing because they've proven just 3 minutes to 5 minutes of activity can help offset the dangers of not moving. And you're pretty smart. You can get creative and do double pulses, right? Or you can do up and slow release. I'd say 10 to 20 would be good during a good break. So this is our upper body. Lower body, we're just going to simply, you're behind the coffee table or behind your computer table, so not a lot of room, but you still can set those weights on your legs and gently lift up that leg. That'll help strengthen those hips. And just like a simple slow march. Again, I would say to do 10 set of marches, 2 steps being 1 set. And then we're going to take and get a little bit of range of motion by moving that leg to the side and bringing it in, and moving that leg to the side and bringing it again. Again, if you want to get a little bit more inventive or creative, you could move that leg to the side and stand up and sit down, and then the other way. Out. Yes, that really works my quads, especially with the weights there. And side and up and down and side and up and down. And that is the lower body. We're going to set one weight aside and just do some simple triceps. We're going to start table level and just take it straight forward, right? And while we're doing it straight forward, we're going to do 4 or 5 of those. But then if you can, we're going to lift that elbow up and reach it overhead, because reaching overhead can become limited as we age. And we want to have a strong tricep so that we can continue to put things up on the shelf. Or reach up and just simply turn on a fan switch on the fan. Again, 10 to 20 should be good. Let's lower that down easily and just give your shoulder a little blood. And then the other side, start level first and get it out. Again, about 4 or 5 this way. Good, and then lift this up and overhead. Oh, put that laundry detergent bottle up on the shelf. Great. And down. So lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body. We're going to do just a simple rise up and reach, and in and down, and up and reach and in. Again, we're adding weights to strengthen those quads even more. And the overhead reach is working our shoulders. Again, the ability, to put blankets up in the closet or tools back on the shelf in the garage. Up. We're going to finish with one which I don't always pay enough attention to. I will close my computer here and move it, because what I want you to do is take these weights and just put them on your quads and reach them out like they're hanging over a cliff, and just do some simple wrist curls to strengthen those wrists. Great thing to do during the commercial breaks, because sometimes we don't include those in our workouts. Again, if the wrist gets sore, you need to stop. And you can start again or just leave it till the next day. We're going to flip them over and reverse that. Bring them up and up and up and up. Good. So be creative. Get your weights and have them during your TV commercials. Also remember, you can get up and just walk around, right? Just move for the 3 to 5 minute break for those commercials. Just remember to keep it moving. Here's to feeling good.